All right, so in this experiment, what we're going to do is we're going to react two dissolved solids, Na3PO4 dot 12H2O. So when you weigh this sucker, it's going to have 12 waters in amongst the weight. And Zn C2H3O2 dot 2H2O. Now please remember the dot is actually ancient Greek, literally meaning plus. I don't know why the mathematicians appropriated this ancient Greek, or colon. Actually, the dot is another way of saying colon in Greek. Okay? So don't think that you should multiply the mass of two waters with the mass of zinc acetate. That's not the way it works. Those dots are the same thing as colon in Greek. Okay? They don't use pluses. So first thing I need to tell you is it's going to produce something that's aqueous. It's going to produce water, and it's going to produce a hydrate that is a tetrahydrate. That one is going to be your solid. So you need to figure out which one is your solid. That solid is going to be 4H2O. What happens to the rest of the waters? The rest of the waters are going to be right here. So the rest of the waters you will place right there. 4 of the waters will need to go with whatever is your precipitate. So looking at your pre-lab sheet, by the way, all of this, questions 1 through 5, will have to be neatly on your own piece of paper. Question number 1 is balances. Question number 2 is, which one is that? What is the precipitate? Keeping in mind, the precipitate must have 4 waters attached to it. Question number 3 is, well, if this is how much zinc acetate you start out with, how many grams of your precipitate will you form? The tricky part here is this. When you find the formula mass, this formula mass must include the mass of the 2 waters. When you determine the formula mass here, this formula mass must include the mass of 4 waters in order to get the correct answer. You're going to have to do the same thing with sodium phosphate. So make sure that this mass right here includes the 12 waters. You're going to have to add that in with sodium phosphate. One of these is going to give you the smaller amount. That is how much you should be expecting. Not tomorrow, because we're going to have to let this heat up, dry up overnight. This produces a lot of water. So overnight, we're going to let it sit there and produce and dry up. And then on Friday, we will get our final measurement. course, the smaller one is going to give you question number, the reactant that gives you the smallest answer will give you question number 4, and the reactant that gives you the larger answer will give you question number 5. I think I've given you a pretty good start here, so I'm going to stop right here, and if you forget what I just explained to you, then you need to watch this video again.